The next thing we'll be going over is deployment in Azure App Service. So what is deployment? Well, it's the action of pushing changes or updates from a local environment or repository into a remote environment. Azure App Services provides many ways to deploy your applications, including run from package, deploy zip or WAR, deploy via FTP, deploy via cloud sync such as Dropbox or OneDrive, deploy continuously with GitHub, Bitbucket, and Azure repos, which using Kudu and Azure pipelines, deploy using a custom container CI/CD pipeline, deploy from local Git, deploy using GitHub Actions, deploy using GitHub Actions containers, and deploy with template. Run from a package is when the files in the package are not copied to the www root directory. Instead, the zip package itself gets mounted directly as the read-only www root directory. All other deployment methods in App Service have deployed to the following directory. For Windows, we use / home site www root. For Linux, we use / home site www root. Since the same directory is used by your app at runtime, it's possible for deployment to fail because of file lock conflicts, and for the app to behave unpredictably because some of the files are not yet updated. Zip and WAR file deployment uses the same Kudu service that powers continuous integration-based deployments. Kudu is the engine behind Git deployments in Azure App Service. It's an open-source project that can also run outside of Azure. Kudu supports the following functionality for zip file deployment: deletion of files left over from a previous deployment, option to turn on the default build process, which includes package restore, deployment customization, including running deployment scripts, deployment logs, and a file size limit of 2048 megabytes. You can deploy using Azure CLI, Azure API via REST, and Azure Portal. You can use File Transfer Protocol to upload files. You will need your own FTP client. You just drag and upload your files. Go to the Deployment Center. Get the FTP credentials for your FTP client. You can use Dropbox or OneDrive to deploy using a cloud sync. Dropbox is a third-party cloud storage service. OneDrive is Microsoft's cloud storage service. You go to Deployment Center, configure for Dropbox or OneDrive. When you turn on sync, it will create a folder in your Dropbox cloud drive. OneDrive apps, Azure Web Apps. Dropbox apps, Azure. This will sync with your home site, www root, so you just update files in that folder. In summary, Azure App Service offers a range of deployment methods, ensuring flexibility and ease for developers.